All right, good Monday evening, everybody. Good news is we made it through our Monday, so the week has already started, and by the time the week comes to an end, we are going to be in the month of August. So transitioning from July to August, but that doesn't usually mean a big weather transition. Usually hot and humid in Mississippi in July and August. And we're not going to see much change this year either. We've got a big dome of high pressure. This is a heat dome over the Gulf, the Southern Plains, the lower Mississippi River Valley. You see some rain around the periphery of the high, but right underneath it, the best we can hope for is just a couple of stray showers in the afternoon. And we did have a few of those around today. One of those close enough to give us officially 1/100th of an inch of rain out at the airport, and we temporarily cooled down from 98 for a high to about 82 degrees, but then we popped right back up to 95 before the sun went down. So, hey, it's a cool down. We'll take it, anything we can get, right? Because it is going to be so hot and humid over the next couple of days especially. I mean, we don't get that much relief at night. Right now we're at 83 degrees over a dew point of 79. Temperatures will only drop into the upper 70s by daybreak tomorrow, and then we're going to warm up 20 degrees. That'll put us in the upper 90s. Now, so far, we have not hit 100 degrees in Jackson this summer, but we've been really close for several days, including today. We got up to 98, and tomorrow we're expecting once again 98, and we know it's going to feel like it's in the 100s. In fact, we could see a heat index over 100 degrees by mid-morning, and then through the afternoon, well, it's going to be up over 105, and there's a potential for it to get up over 110 degrees. And in that area, that's where we have the extreme heat warning. That's the purple shaded area. If you're not under a heat warning, you're under a heat advisory if you live in the state of Mississippi. So it really doesn't matter where you live. You have to be careful outside. If you have to be outside for an extended period of time, especially midday through the afternoon, we want you to, first of all, dress for the warm weather. Light-colored, loose-fitting clothing is best. Don't overdo it outside. Take plenty of breaks, seek shade or air conditioning if you start to feel heat stress or heat exhaustion, and avoid alcohol that dries you out. You need to drink water and plenty of it in times like this if you have to, again, be outside during this extreme heat and humidity. So in the upper levels, we got high pressure to the east and to the west of us. Now, there is a little weakness in the atmosphere on the Gulf between the two areas of high pressure, and that's going to give us, I think, better chances of scattered afternoon storms, especially over South Louisiana and South Mississippi, beginning about midweek. Now, tomorrow, your chance of rain still relatively low, and I want you to notice the movement of the rain. Once it gets started, it moves from north to south, because with the center of that high pressure being down around Houston, the winds around it flow clockwise. So if the center of the high is to the west of us, we get a north wind. So anything that develops out there is going to head down toward the Pine Belt. Those storms die away once the sun goes down. And then notice better coverage of rain, especially in South Mississippi as we get into Wednesday. But of course, those storms are mostly going to die away too after sunset. Your best coverage of rain over the next 5 days is going to be from Wednesday through Friday. We're going to give it about a 60% chance each afternoon and early evening. Now for this evening, the rain is done. It's going to be fair overnight, light winds, 77 in the morning. And then tomorrow we start the day with sun. Quick warm up. I think we're going to be in the mid-90s as early as lunchtime, and then we're going to max out at 98 degrees with that heat index pushing 110. We'll see that 30% chance of rain late in the day, but notice it does go up to 60% Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and correspondingly, the high temperatures do cool down a little bit. Morning lows are going to stay about the same, but we're going to go from 98 tomorrow to 95, 93, 92, 91. And some models are suggesting that we could even see a front coming in from the north by the time we get to the weekend and early next week as we begin the month of August, and that would obviously help to cool us down as well. It's not going to be a big cool down. I mean, it's the middle of summer, but if we can stay closer to 90 than 100, that's a good bargain for us at this time of the year. And every day that we go through the month of August, we get closer to September and the first few weeks of fall. So eventually the cool weather is coming. We just might have to wait a couple more months for it. All right, and bonus, no tropical weather, nothing out there. There's absolutely nothing to watch, and no tropical development expected over the next 7 days. So there's some good news too. All right, that's going to do it for tonight. Meteorologist Megan Hanna is going to be here tomorrow morning with your next update. We'll see you then.